Hello, everyone. My guest today is Nina Alagsuri. She is a geek and an entrepreneur at heart. She's been an entrepreneur for 21 years, now founder and CEO of a company called Zopa, playing in the artificial intelligence for talent management space. All right, Nina, you ready to take us to the top?
Absolutely. Let's go for it.
All right, tell me what the company does, and are you guys pure play SaaS?
Right. It's a SaaS platform, uses artificial intelligence, natural language processing, robotic process automation. Long story short, it's to manage and hire talent.
Okay, and help me understand how folks pay for this, right? It sounds like it's a SaaS model. What do people pay on average per month to use the technology?
Right. So the candidates don't pay anything. We match both. Candidates can find work. So it all uses AI to find the right jobs where you will be most happy, best suited. You'll perform well. You'll be extremely committed to that job because you love it. And on the other side, there are clients who are looking for talent. So clients are the one who pay us. There are different products within the platform. The lightweight product is a simple one where you kind of go in, try it out, you like it.
Would you say $500 a month is a fair average, though?
No, I would say 500 is perhaps the average because usually people who get started start with 500, but then they start loving the tool and they want to use it. And remember, it helps them to save time, save cost. It really kind of empowers them to keep a control over who they're hiring, removes biases, improves
Nina, you don't have to
efficiency.
convince me on the product. I totally get it. There's a massive need for this. It makes total sense for me why you're building it. So I'm a believer. I'm converted. When did you launch? What year did you write the first line of code?
Come again?
What year did you write the first line of code?
2017. So my previous company was an executive search company, and I thought it's best I disrupt my business than somebody else does it. So 2017, Nathan.
And when was your first dollar of revenue?
Um, so we started in March, and our first client came in September 2017.
Okay, so pretty quick. What did you spend building the MVP before your first dollar of revenue? Do you remember?
I think it was roughly around 500, half a million dollars.
Okay, so you're like rich or something. Where did you get this money?
No, it's a lot of it has been really leveraging my credit cards and everything possible, Nathan. I really believe in this product, so I've really leveraged a lot. We were lucky enough to win a competition in Singapore. There was a pitch. We made the pitch. We won the competition. We got $500,000 prize money.
Got
That
it.
was awesome. So that built it
Was
up
it
to.
was it dilutive or was it just like a grant, a prize?
No, it was just a prize.
That's right. What was that competition? That's a huge prize.
Yeah, it's called TECS, which is technology. So basically, the Singapore government holds these competition. It's a random competition. I don't think they do it anymore. And then they bring in, there were 150 startups who started off, and then we were five in the end, and then we made it. We made the mark. So
That's
yeah, it was
that's
awesome.
great. Now, who's we? How big's the team today? How many people?
So we are 22 now globally. We operate from three locations: Singapore, London, and India.
How many engineers?
So our engineering team is around 8 people.
Okay, and
We've got
any quota carrying sales reps?
Yes, we've got sales guys. We are five sales across the three regions.
Okay, five. That's pretty good. And then, but kind of getting more of the backstory here. Do you remember how you got your first customer?
Yes, so it was basically a university, and we decided to kind of do a very very basic level pilot for them, and we said pay us if you like it. If you don't like it, just chuck it. They loved it and they paid us for it. With that reference, we got two other universities who opted for it. They were pretty powerful names. So and then that's how the corporate clients started to come in as well.
And fast forward now to today, how many total customers on the platform?
We've got roughly around 32 customers now across the globe. We've just launched our UK operations, so there's a good pipeline. But yeah, most of the clients are from Asia and from the Asian market, Asia Pacific.
Nina, can I take 32 customers at $1,500 a month? You're doing about $48,000 a month right now in revenue.
Somewhere there, that's correct.
And where were
That's
you? Where were you a year ago? Do you remember?
Oh my God, we ended last year at 25,000 for the entire year. So it's a
What
big
just
leap.
in that month though? Do you remember like in August of 2018?
Oh gosh, no, it wasn't even a steady MRR, Nathan. It
Okay.
was, I would probably say 0 or 3,000 or something
Okay.
like that.
Okay,
Mhm.
fair enough. That's good. So a lot of growth here recently. Your first channel was that first university. Today, when you get your 32 customers, is there a big cohort that are universities?
There is a decent quota of universities. There's a huge demand where there's a lot of youth unemployment. So obviously, they love the platform from that point of view that their students can get internships and young grads can get hired in a much. So there was a pain there, of course. So we've solved that problem. It is quite popular with the universities and the youngsters.
Yep.
Yes.
Is the company profitable today? Or are you guys burning cash?
No, we are still burning cash, but we are, as you see, that we are literally growing at 71% every month on month in terms of our revenues. You very quickly calculated an MRR of 48,000. So yeah, we're doing pretty well. It's a very super lean model. This is my second venture, Nathan. And one thing I learned from my previous model, previous company of 20 years was you have control over expenses. You do not have control over income. You got to be smart. You got to pull that dollar to give you the maximum return. And I think that's what's really come handy in the second venture. And we've been very prudent and super, super lean.
So tell me how aggressive you're being on burn today. Are we talking 5 grand a month or 30 grand a month? How much are you burning?
So we're burning 60,000 a month.
Okay. Is that
Now
comfortable for you?
it's comfortable for us.
And that's
Yes.
60, not 16, correct?
60, correct.
60.
With all the
Okay.
salaries and everything. Yeah.
And just to be clear, that's net burn. So that's after you add back revenue. Your bank is going down by $60,000 a month.
No, that's a full expense. So if you take away
Okay.
another 40,000, so I'm burning probably another 20,000 on top, which is steadily declining. So it's
Yeah.
affordable.
No, that's good. Net burn 20 grand feels good. You're moving towards break even. You mentioned making your dollars go the furthest. When you add new customers, let's say a $1,500 a month account, what will your fully weighted CAC be to get that new customer?
Our client acquisition, when we started, it was almost a 4-month cycle to get the first client. Suddenly, this has gone down to 3 weeks. So it's kind of compressed, and references help. The more the client, it's an exponential journey.
But
So
Nina,
our
what's the
client-
cost basis? Not the sales cycle time, but what will you spend? Marketing, sales, commission, everything fully weighted to get a new $1,500 a month customer.
Um, 1,500 a month, I would probably say at least $8,000.
Okay, got it. So you're optimizing for something like, you can do the math, right? Something like a 3, 4, 5 month payback period.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Now, it doesn't matter how much you spend to get them if they don't stick. Churn's critical. What's your churn rate look like?
0 at the moment.
Okay, so no one has downgraded even by $1 or canceled completely?
No, not a single client so far. It's early days, Nathan, so I can't be too excited about that. But we're holding on tight to them,
Yeah.
and talent is a sticky business.
Yep. Any plans to raise capital?
Oh, 100%. So our last round was a seed round with family and friends, and the next one is going to be Series A. That's my KPI personally. I'm kind of already pitching for that. End of the year is when we are hoping to kind of sign the deal sheet and get it for the new year.
How much do you hope to raise?
So we're looking at anything between 5 million to 10 million at the moment. Plan is to utilize almost 75% of that for go-to-market footprint, getting out there. The platform is totally ready, so there's very incremental cost on R&D and things like that. So it's all going to be about getting that footprint.
Well, you're doing 600 grand in terms of AR right now. What valuation are you hoping to raise at?
It's a very tough.
What
I
would
don't
make you
know.
happy?
What will make me happy? I don't think I would like to dilute more than 20%.
Okay, so if you're going to sell, let's say you do the minimum you just gave. Let's say you raise 5 million and you don't want to sell less than 20%. What you're saying is you need to basically get call it a $15 million or call it $20 million pre-money valuation, which would be about 40x or call it 35x on your current ARR. You think you can tell a good enough story to get it?
I think so. I think so because remember, all of these revenues have come from direct B2B, and all my partnerships have not even started to spur the revenue growth. We've signed up with Microsoft as a co-sell partner, HP as a co-sell partner. We've got tons and tons of product integrations which haven't even started to pay, which are all going to start paying by September onwards. So I
Yeah.
haven't, yeah, there's going to be an exponential.
Are you dead set on getting diluted, or would you ever look at something like venture debt to drive growth?
I would keep an open mind to every possible opportunity and take the smartest move, really.
So if someone offered you, I'm going to make this up, 3x your current MRR, but
Mhm.
no dilution, you're just paying like a very simple interest rate on the money. Would that so let's make it real, for example. Let's say they pay you get $150,000 line of debt. Would that 150 grand allow you, could you reinvest it today to drive more ARR growth so that you can go raise later on at a larger valuation so you get diluted less?
Yeah, I think absolutely, you're spot on. Yeah, that is an option we are keeping in mind, and that's a debate on the board on what's the best move. But yeah, I mean, uh, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what comes to us, and what gets offered. Time there's a cost of time as well. We are also cognizant of the fact that we need to stay 6 to 8 months ahead of competition in terms of our innovation. So we have to take all of that into account, and footprint, the first movers advantage is super important.
Who's your number one competitor?
Um, I've heard there's a company called Eightfold in California, which could be similar to what we do. There's a company called Pulsify in Singapore. I think it's a Boston-based company, which is kind of in the space that we are in. But it's a matter of time. When we started, we perhaps there was no competition for a long distance away from us. But it's a herd mentality now that HR has become such a big thing. Everybody wants to ride the bandwagon of HR. So you got to take that into mind.
And how much have you raised to date? Ignore the 500 grand prize.
Oh, we've raised 1.5.
Okay, so 1.5 from angels, friends, family, etc.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, very cool. All right, Nina, let's wrap up here with the famous five. Number one, what's your favorite business book?
From good to great.
Number two, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
I love the innovation by
Innovator's Dilemma.
No, I mean I was going to say okay, let me change that. Who do I follow?
Yeah, just any CEO.
Any CEO. Oh, I would say Tim Cook's predecessor.
Okay, good. Yeah. Who's that? Number three, what's your favorite online tool for building your company?
I would say LinkedIn.
Okay. Number four, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
I love my sleep. Nathan, I have to sleep 8 hours. Otherwise, I'm zero on cognitive. So I'm a big believer of sleep.
And can I ask you, Nina, how old you are?
How old am I?
Can I ask? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. 19 turning 51.
There you go. I love that. All right. And what's your situation? Married, single, kids?
Married, 2 boys, 22 and 25.
Oh, I love that. Okay, last question. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
I think I wish I was more new. I studied finance. I'm more of a sales. I've studied engineering. I've done sales. Finance is something that is. I wish I knew that when I was 20, and I would again back to that lean model. I would have held on more to the cash, stretch that dollar much higher. Yeah.
Yep. Guys, Zopa.com, playing in the HR tech space. 32 universities, or most universities, pay $1,500 a month right now. The company's doing, call it 48 grand a month right now in revenue, up from just like 2 or 3 grand a month just a year ago. Obviously, healthy growth. Built the MVP, spent between about $500,000 to build it. Now scaling nicely, burning $20,000 a month, 1.5 million raised, hoping to raise a $5 to $10 million round, Series A here soon, on hopefully a call it $15 or $20 million pre-money valuation. Right now, though, scaling with our team of 22 folks, 8 engineers, 5 sales reps, again spending $8 grand to get a new customer, paying $1,500 a month, so 5-month payback period. Healthy economics. Nina, thanks for taking us to the top.
Thank you, Nathan. You take care.